So, Apple claims that its iPhone 6s, which has been out for a while now, is one of the more high-grade phones on the market right now. With a base price of just $650, well, is it worth it? So the iPhone 6s comes in a very nice cardboard box. It feels really nice, it closes really nice, and it comes with Apple EarPods, which also sound pretty good. And with those EarPods, you also get your lightning charger and also your wall plug for the lightning charger. The lightning charger is pretty flimsy, but you can easily get some newer ones that are way better. So, technical specs. The Apple iPhone 6s, which I have right here holding in my hand, has an Apple A9 processor, manufactured by Samsung, by the way. Has a 14 nanometer construction and has 64-bit architecture embedded with an M9 Motion coprocessor. Also included is 2 gigabytes of RAM, up from the 1 gigabyte that was included with the iPhone 6. And it has a 1334 by 750 pixel LED backlit display, which is about 326 pixels per inch, which is much more scratch resistant than the iPhone 6 before it. It is a 7mm thick phone, so it's pretty thin, and it weighs just over 5 ounces. For me, well, I got the 16 gigabyte silver edition. So the second thing we'll talk about is the front-facing camera. Alright, so this is the 720p front-facing camera. So, the front-facing camera, as you just saw, is a 720p HD video recording and a 5 megapixel picture for the back camera. It has a Retina flash, auto HDR for photos and videos, backside illumination sensor, exposure control, burst mode, timer mode, and also face detection. So now the back-facing camera. The back-facing camera has a 5-element lens for like macro, for snowy weather, that kind of stuff. Has a hybrid IR filter, backside illumination sensor, sapphire crystal lens cover, auto image stabilization, improved local tone mapping, improved noise reduction, has face detection, photo geotagging, true tone flash, panorama, you can get a panorama of where you are, auto HDR for photos, exposure control, burst mode, timer mode. It has a new 12 megapixel iSight camera, has live photos and autofocus with focus pixels. So, my most savored part, the video. So, 4K video recording is available here, but it's only at 30 FPS. So look at that. So this is the iPhone recording 4K video at 30 FPS. There's also 1080p HD video recording at 30 or 60 FPS. Look at that. So this is the video camera recording 1080p at 60 FPS. Alright, so this is 1080p at 30 FPS on the iPhone 6s. Then there's also 720p HD video recording at just 30 FPS. So this is the video camera recording 720p at 30 FPS. So this is the iPhone microphone, and I am not in a controlled environment, so this is where the noise reduction comes into play. So this is the iPhone 6s microphone in a controlled environment. I'm in my room right now, and so everything's really quiet. So this is what it sounds like. So it also comes with True Tone Flash and slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 FPS or 720p at 240 FPS. And it also has time-lapse video with stabilization, cinematic video stabilization at 1080p and 720p, continuous auto-focus video, improved noise reduction, and 8 megapixel still photos while still recording 4K video, and playback zoom. There's 3 times digital zoom, 3x digital zoom, face detection, and video geotagging. So what do I find the most interesting about this phone? It's not just a normal phone, Apple claims. It is also claimed to be a very good workstation phone, sort of speak. So I went into iMovie and I rendered a 1-minute 4K video file at 30 FPS and also a 1-minute 1080p 60 FPS video. So I'll show you the times right here. So 4K at 30 FPS took 1 minute and 16 seconds to render on the iPhone. And 1 minute of 1080p at 60 FPS video took just 21 seconds to render. So yeah. So is this iPhone really worth it? Well, my honest answer is I don't see a reason not to get it. I mean, besides, I would think it's overpriced, honestly, but to be fair, Apple has always been like that, and some other phones are also way overpriced. So it's kind of it's really an up to you decision whether you want to spend your money on this kind of phone instead of getting, say, a Samsung or anything like that. So really, that's it. So that's the conclusion, guys. I bought this. Use it how you want to, really. It said it's good for game performance, it's good for editing, it's good for video recording, it has a good microphone, that kind of stuff. So, frankly, I would get it if you want to, but if you don't, then it's your choice. I'm not going to force anyone or advertise for a certain company or anything like that. I'm just going to draw to the conclusion that I do not think this is good for the money, for the price that it is, but it does have good performance, considering, I guess, what's inside it. I think it's very, very overpriced, but it's Apple, so you're not going to get anything cheaper. So I would stick with this if you want to. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like this. Leave a dislike if you think it sucked. And, well, subscribe if you want to see more like this. And we'll see you next time.